of the bottle babies. They will be up all year, like a true redneck woman. Coming? Morning. I know, I'm coming. I'm a little late on feeding my bottle babies this morning. I'm coming. My bottle babies are, I think, becoming mine more and more every day. It is, what are we at? It's Monday. Holidays are officially over. Lambing is officially over. I am once again on chore duty. Hi, Red. Big mama. Man. She's still quite big. Well, Jess and I just went to town. I needed to get some oil for my TMR mixer. She's dangerously low in oil, so Mark wants me to clean up kind of underneath it all and see if I can see any leaks in the gearbox before I fill it with more oil. I also did a list of jobs that I need to do still today, which is I want to change out the people that built my office didn't put a door jamb, so my door hasn't been shutting. I couldn't figure out why, and it was missing a door jamb. So I'm gonna see if the one that I took out of here, my old one that I took out of here the other day, I'm gonna see if that will, if I'll be able to install it in the same hole. I want to put up my last two creep areas for the lambs at the back. And what's the other thing? Oh, and I have to vaccinate my oopsie lambs. So the lambs that were born way over on the other side are out of ewes that haven't gone through the system. So they haven't been vaccinated with all their Clostridial stuff. So I will treat them like I treat the bottle babies and give them a Clostridial antitoxin. And I think that's it on today's agenda, which is good. Mark is actually cleaning my manure pile. Stuff is finally froze up, so we're gonna stockpile it in the field instead of right outside my door, which has been, I just hate it. I hate having manure right outside my door. So this is really nice. So yeah, we're getting stuff new year, and we're getting some stuff kind of off the list first thing, which is great. Made a heck of a mess here. I just cannot believe how much feed accumulates under this thing. Okay, I finally have the second feeder in this big pen. So there's one at the front there, one here, and one for my little ones already. Yeah. These feeders are gold.
football player. Oh, linebacker.
She's an ottoman.
Hey!
We have a broken leg. Very broken. So we're gonna splint it and see if we can get you fixed up, okay? Here you go. Okay. So I have got the vaccine, the antitoxin for those oopsie babies. I call them oopsie babies because they were kind of the bonus unplanned ones. But the one lamb he's getting worse every day. Like, I get him up, and if mom isn't there to hold his one side up, he falls over. Yeah, I know, you're hungry. I'll vaccinate it in case we have a miraculous turnaround, but it should be getting better, and it's definitely not. I have to lift him for every feeding. Guys getting used to that? Mom's so good. Such a good mom. I see you. Attack of the bottle babies. Okay, the other one's at the back. If I can get there. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. I think you're 69. Oh no, I can't see that. 69, I think. Red 69. Where are you? There it is. Right. Alright, you're next. Okay, now I just gotta stay and watch them for a little bit just to make sure we don't have a reaction. We were really good with the bottle babies. There was none that reacted, had allergic reaction, so. Well, Mama's out. Good. And a little spray. How you doing? She doesn't look happy. I don't like Craig talks. Oh. She did so good. Good girl. Hi, Mama. Oh, sweetie. How you feeling? I've treated her, but where you fit. That lamb is hilarious. What? What? Alright, see if this will hold my silly door. Yeah! It works. It works. It works. Mommy, baby, nanny. morning, guys. I have gone down the 2-hour rabbit hole of data analyzing. I had to get a few good nights sleep in before I dove into this. I gave you guys, I think on the last video, the results from this past December group that we just finished up here. And I really wanted to go over my 2020 lambing information. I'm not going to go over the market part yet. I think that's going to be really depressing. I think there's some improvement to be made there, but I haven't gone through the numbers yet. What numbers I did go through, however, was the lambing data, the totals from 2020, and the totals from 2021. I had first come on here, I did a whole big intro on how disappointed I was with the 2021 data and how I thought I'd actually gone backwards. Now, I've gone through all my records from 2020 and I am surprised that I've actually improved. I didn't, very, 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 very minusculely, but it's still upward. So in 2020, I'm going to go through 2020. I'll go through 2021. So in 2021, we had 805 lambs total born. Now that's everything. That's stillborns, all the things, and then anything that had died in that first 24 hours. I kind of write that all as that early mortality. So 805 lambs born out of only 380 ewes that had lambed out. So that's a total of 2.12 lambs per ewe. Now, my whole lambing, my flock is divided, this whole flock is divided into 3 lambing groups, group 1, group 2, group 3. So in a year, this particular calendar year of 2021, group 3 lambed in March, and group 3 was the one that just lambed here. So one of the groups in a calendar year will lamb twice. They're basically lambing every 9 months if they stay in that group. If they miss a breeding, they'll actually leapfrog into the next group, and then they're really only lambing once in that year. So those are the ones I really got to keep my eye on, and that's when having the Gallagher system helps me with that when I'm analyzing ewes. So I try my best to never keep any ewes that have offended me twice. Basically, missed a breeding twice, or any other issues. So so 2.2 lambs per ewe were born. So 2020, I actually had more lambs, but I also lambed out more ewes. So in 2020, we had 829 lambs born. So I actually went down 24 lambs for the year. So fairly consistent still, surprisingly. But I lambed out 422 ewes versus the 380 ewes that I lambed out this year. So I'm doing better with less, which has been my goal all the way along. It's like everybody wants me to expand, and I'm like, no, I can do better with what I have. In fact, I think I can do better with less. So which means less mouths to feed, less management, less hours. If I can get more lambs to market now, that's the next goal, out of less ewes. So last year I was actually under 2 lambs per ewe. I was only at 1.96 lambs born per ewe. So I've improved, that's good. 1.96 up to 2.12. So we're going the right way, but I was really disappointed with this, so obviously I've still got a long way to go. My stillborns have been pretty notoriously bad, and this year I actually got it down to 6.1%, which I consider, I know for just the public that sounds terrible, but I've had terrible flocks in the past that have been in the double digits. So getting it down to 6.1% for me is a huge accomplishment. Now, we really have to work on all the lambs that die after that point, whether it's that first 24 hours or even after that. I'm trying to kind of track it if it's in certain seasons. Like, I felt like that September group was really bad. So is it ventilation? Is it this humidity that we had this year? So these are all deep dives that I have to still do, but it's nice just to get this blue sky overall analyzing for this flock to see where I'm sitting. It's looking like for the year, 86 ewes gave me singles, 180 ewes gave me twins, 87 ewes gave me triplets, 22 gave me 22 gave me quads, and 2 gave me quints this year. So I would say in previous years, the number of multiples were quite a bit higher. So I think I think what we're doing is we're bulging in that twin and triplet area, which I'm okay with. I don't really want ewes to have a lot of quads and quints. I think that's probably why we're having less stillborns, is because I'm that bulge that was maybe at the end is now getting more into that twin and triplet. And I think the ewes can easily carry twins and triplets. When you get into quads and quints, they get intertwined. You have positioning problems when you're lambing, and it just takes a lot more out of these ewes. So I'm happy with this, but it's just showing me again that, you know, any improvement that gets made seems to be very incremental. But I'm so happy to see it's going the right way. I first looked at these numbers and I turned on my camera. I'm like, I did really crappy, but I think I didn't do as crappy as I thought. And I wouldn't have known that because I was just going by my gut. I wouldn't have known that unless I had all this data. So sometimes, even if you just collect it, you just have to take a day and just go over the things you really want to see, and it's so worth it. It makes you feel better. I'll be able to sleep better tonight knowing that I wasn't as bad as I thought I was. Okay, kids. What's it? Look, you're missing the train. What's it? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16! Good babies. Just getting back from the sales barn. I went early. I usually don't go this early, but the weather, we're talking 80 click winds today, and we're hovering around 0, which sometimes that trek up there, I can get, the roads can get really icy, pretty busy-ish roads for county roads. And my trailer has once before, when it has no load on it, has almost jackknifed. So I am really leery on traveling in this type of incremental weather. So anyway, I went like right after lunch, which I usually don't do, but now I have the whole afternoon to actually finish some jobs I needed to get done. I'm running across the road. I'm gonna tear down everything that was set up for these lambs and grab some bales for Chris. I should have done that yesterday, completely forgot. Well, I'm really, really sad. It is time. It is time that the Sheepishly Me Christmas tree came down. It is January 5th, I think, today. The other lights are staying up because I'm gonna break them if I try to take those down. So they will be up all year, like a true redneck woman. There's one more job on the list today, and that's bottle baby time. We are only now just barely feeding those triplets. They're doing really well. All three take a few sips. Those twins that had the mum with preg tox, they're drinking the most, but last night, the little girl who's been drinking lots wouldn't drink any. So she's been stealing, I think. Which, either that or mom is still producing some, but she's looking pretty miserable. I'm right behind you. Hi. Hi. Come here. Yeah. Oh, hi. You're both here. Here, buds. Alright, let's see if you'll drink this way. Okay. You want some? Come here. Hi, triplet. You want some? You guys are drinking somewhere. You want some? Come here.